So my first day of junior year, all excited and ready to go, eager as hell to start my first day of junior year of high school. I'm part of the upperclassmen now. I'm in my computer repair class, and I look to my left and I'm in shock. I see Lucas, the lockpicker. And you'll know why this is his name later on in the video. So Lucas, the lockpicker, is a senior, and I look at him like he's this crazy big man on campus. He's a senior. He can do whatever he wants. Gets all the girls he wants. That he is a senior, you know. I don't know. Junior year, I thought being a senior is like the best thing ever, but came to realize, it's nothing different really. It's the same fucking shit, just different classes. So, in computer repair, Mr. Lizard, obviously that's not his real name, but Mr. Lizard sent me and Lucas to go get a laptop cart from the math building and take it back to the library where his office is. So we're en route to the library with the laptop cart in hand, and we're like pushing it normally because it's a pretty big cart, so we have to do 2 people. And there's this orange lock on the front of every laptop cart because just for safety, because it's laptops and they don't want them to be stolen. So Lucas looks at the lock, picks it up, and then kind of sets it down and says, I could pick this in 2 seconds. He's like, this is a cheap lock. And I'm thinking in my mind, that's like, dude, just shut the fuck up, please. I don't really care. He kept doing that same shit where he kept seeing the lock and say, oh, this is a cheap lock. Or he'd look at a lock and say, oh, this isn't even a good lock. This is cheap locks because the district gives him cheap locks. And just stuff like that, right? And I'm thinking in my mind, like, dude, just be quiet. Like, no one cares. And one day, I bring my lockpick set to school, which is like, it's just like a credit card size thing. Anyways, I knew what I was kind of talking about there. I'm not a great person. Like, I'm not saying like I'm a fucking professional lockpicker, because I'm not. It's stupid. No offense to anybody, but I bring my lockpick set to school, and he says the same shit like 3 more times. And I'm thinking in my mind, like, I know exactly how I'm going to say this to him. I know exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to tell him, shut up, pick it if you can. And I don't know, I went through several, like, thoughts of how I was going to tell him, break the news to Lucas,
Back
the
into the
lockpicker,
mix.
that he couldn't pick locks for shit. The next day, I bring a $50, no, it was just a 20 actually. And we're not bringing another laptop cart, we're actually, got new laptops. So I'm in the laptop cart, people managing some stuff, because the cables are stolen everywhere. People are retarded at our school. You can't fucking put a cable back in its place correctly. So, you know, we're doing this, and Lucas picks up the same orange lock, and he looks at it, and I'm like, in my mind, I'm sensing, I know what he's gonna say. So I wait for the signal. I wait for the cue. And once he says it, I say, okay, Lucas. I grab the lock out of his hand, and I set it on the table next to me, and I set the lockpick down next to that, and then I say, if you can pick this if you can pick it in under a minute, or just pick it in general before this class period ends, which is like 30 minutes late, we had 30 minutes left, I'll give you $20. And I pulled out the 20 out of my wallet, and I set it on the ground, not the fucking ground, set it on the table next to him. And then he fucking just kind of looks at it, and he looks at me, and that's kind of a double take. And I'm looking, I'm like, what's wrong, Lucas? You can't do it? And he's like, no, I can do it. He's like, I just don't want to take your money. I'm like, no, don't worry about that, Lucas. It's not the money. Just do it. It's not about the money. And in my mind, I actually really didn't want to give up that money because I was going to buy some League of Legends riot points. But that's how you know I was such a nerd. But I was willing to put all that on the table just to watch him pick the lock. And I say, no, Lucas, I insist. And I push it a little closer to him, because we're sitting on opposite sides of the desk right now. I push it a little closer to him. And then he kind of like stares at me. He's like, I don't really want to do it. I was like, why not, Lucas? And I feel like I'm interrogating someone. I'm like, why not, Lucas? Why don't you want to do it? He's like, oh, I don't have the proper tools. He's like, those aren't good tools. I was like, oh, are you sure? I was like, because I've used them before. And he's like, oh, you probably used them on simpler locks. I was like, okay, Lucas. I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt, which I really am not, but I'm just saying that. So I'm thinking, you're full of shit, Lucas. Honestly, you're just full of shit. So basically the teacher walks in, Mr. Lizard looks at the lockpick set, he's like, why do you have that here? He's like, why is there 20 next to it also? like, why is my lock next to that? And he's kind of putting the puzzles together, and he sees me pushing him toward Lucas. And he's been in the class, so he knows what Lucas fucking says all the time. So he's like, come on, Lucas, you can do it. I'll put in he said I'll put in $5 of my own into the pot if you can pick it. And he's like, I'll give you extra time. And then he says, and then Lucas is like, oh, these aren't good tools though. And he's like, oh, so you don't want the money? And he's like, I'll add $20 more. And that's at $45 to pick a lock, right? And apparently this lock isn't even like a good lock to him. So I'm like, bro, just pick it, man. You don't want 45 bucks? Like, why not? And then he's like, oh no, I can't do it. He's like, it's not with my morals. And I'm like, what the fuck, Lucas? Are you serious? Like, he's talking about morals, right? But he's talking, oh fuck, I just hit my microphone. He's talking about morals, but like, all the shit he's been saying earlier, like he's talking about like all this horrible stuff that he does. But it's not that bad, but it's pretty bad. And I'm not gonna disclose it on video. I'm just kidding, of course I am. He's just talking about like he sells weed basically. And so I'm basically like, dude, you don't have fucking, don't talk about morals, man. You're not even fucking picking anybody's lock. You're taking my money and his money. Like, it's not that bad in my mind. But then I was like, okay, fine, Lucas. And I take 20. And he's like, maybe I can do it tomorrow. And I was like, no, you're not going to fucking do it tomorrow. So I just left. I know it was pretty anticlimactic, to be honest. I can't fucking speak English, can I? To be quite honest. That's the fucking word I was looking for. To be quite honest, but you know, it was a pretty entertaining story especially if you were there. It was so fucking funny. Lucas is just so fucking weird. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. And if you liked this type of video, make sure to drop a comment down below and tell me if you want me to make this a monthly series. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Peace.